What is up? Special treat. All right, per request. Glad that somebody reminded me about this place. This was the old United Artists movie theater in Scottsdale. Looks like it's changed name. Now it's called the Roadhouse something.
You mean Snottsdale?
I don't know what the actual theater's called, if the theater's still open, but
so
anyway.
Wait, which one are you looking at? I'm looking at this one.
Yeah, the one with the thing. So anyway, I was working on the refrigeration in that place, and I was working on the ice machine, a remote ice machine, and I'm trying to find out where the fuck is the remote condenser. I'm trying to look on this other part of the rooftop, which we'll review, and I took a crazy climb up through the inside. I thought I had an old video of it, but it was really low quality, but I think it's on YouTube still. I had to climb up like 3 different levels of suicide ladders. Each time you came out to a circular room, and I'd find like artifacts and junk and old stuff, and then finally it came through this pop hatch and found the condenser. So, not to give it away too early, we'll check it out with the drone. I want to also see if there's any of those old GE units up there from the 80s. They were old when I was working on this place about 2006, 2007, 8, somewhere in there. So, I'd like to see what's still up there, or chances are they've replaced the AC units by now, since it's been about 15, 16 years or so since I've been here.
15 years.
But who knows? It'd be really interesting if any of them old dinosaurs are still there. Well, spoiler alert. I do not see any of those antique units. Bunch of newer Trane units, it looks like, up on... Oh, spoke too soon. See a bunch of curb adapters. So first things first, this used to be the United Artists Theater. And then it's changed hands a few times, and now it's called Roadhouse something or the other. So anyway, let's get to it, because my battery's only at 60%. I haven't used this for a while, and the battery's drained down a little bit. So I got some charging. So first, let's go just check out the AC units here. Looks like most of them have been replaced. You can see a bunch of newer units up on curb adapters, and I think that looks like a President unit. I know there's a President unit there, so these are probably Voyagers for the bigger ones. At least they went from Trane to Trane. You not put shite up there. You know, it'd be fitting for, you know, anybody that bought, you know, this as a ghetto place, and you know, put fucking Goodman wannabe commercial up there or something. That would be sad. So it looks like they put good equipment up here. Yeah, might have done a couple of new cut-ins or something, or some exposed ductwork right there. It probably needed more clearance. The Voyagers are bigger than the units that were there. And it looks like pretty much every unit has been replaced. Oh, I see one old one over there, I think. And I think I see one old one right here.
I want to see if this movie theater is there.
Now these units here, these were like, or I think originally GE design units. When Trane, you know, GE became Trane, or vice versa. So these were the pretty compact for what they were, you know, R22. They had these, I think it was like 1700, 1800 RPM outdoor fan motors on there with small fan blades. And they were kind of fun in that regard of finding motors to replace. I could be remembering wrong, and somebody's gonna freaking correct me, but I don't know, for some reason I kind of remember these being high RPM small fans on these old units here. Let's see here. I don't have my glasses on. Yep, it says Trane, but I believe these also were from the original GE design. Man, I bet you that sucker still runs. I don't know if it's running now, but got a pretty new disconnect on it, so you can tell it's been, yeah, the fans are off. You can tell it's been serviced. Now, when I worked here, on here, for the company I was working for, they were not a hack company, and we would try to service everything pretty good. Here's another one's old ones, and it is running, it looks like. So due to the frame rate of the screen I'm looking through, I don't know how it's going to be, you know, because I'm looking through the camera, through the refresh rate of the live preview and everything. It's hard to tell, but I could tell that the outer two fans are running at a different RPM than the inner one, just by the interleaving or whatever of the rate of the fan versus the frame rate of the camera. My guess would be that those two outer ones are actually running really fast. The original fan motors, the original style, I should say, that were 1800 RPM, whatever they were. Maybe it was 1600. And the middle one's probably a 1075. And they probably put a 1075 blade on it. As long as they match the CFM, that would be all that counts. They probably have, if I freeze the frame, you can probably count post edit whether it's a 4-blade or 3-blade. But the originals were 3-blade, high RPM.
Oh, it is definitely going, isn't this it?
Yep, Roadhouse Cinema. Yep.
Yeah, it's showing.
So anyway, I think this unit is from the 1980s. So I think I see at least 2 of them up here. Man, memories. These are really new. Some of them have a few years, but I mean, like that unit, these units, that President and that Voyager right there, those are really new. If I would have came here a couple years ago, I probably would have seen even more of those old GE style trains up here. So there's one there. Oh, I think I see maybe one other one over here. Yep. Okay, so there's the third one right there. Yep, 2-blade one or 2-fan one. Yeah. Man. I mean, there's a 4th one. Gosh. These were the trains that, you know, started the phrase, it's hard to stop a train. I mean, these suckers, you know, after a while they weren't like, you know, as service friendly as the newer ones, but freaking absolute bulletproof. I will have to stop at one other spot because that I know that had a bunch of these units. That's a place not known to put a lot of money into their facility either, and that would be the bowling alley, Glenfair Lane, which is a couple miles from my house. So we will hit that place.
The place isn't ghetto.
No, I mean it's been up there, but it was another one of those places that some of the compressors would be failed, and they'll wait till it really got critical before they would do anything about it. Okay, so here's the treat. So see that boob-looking thing right in the middle there with all the glass? So that goes down, that circle shape goes down all the way to the first floor. That circle shape does not start just when it pops up on the roof. That circle shape goes all the way down to the first floor. Hopefully I'll find my pictures or video clips and I'll put them in the corner here on screen. But basically, the ice machine is down on the first floor, right behind the snack bar and everything. There's a remote condenser, and I had to try to find the freaking condenser. I was up on this roof, looking all over on this roof. Where's my condenser? Where is it? I'm like walking all over this motherfucker. Could not find it. Anyway, I finally found it. I went and followed the lines, kind of looking through T-grids, wound up going in this one, getting in this one little area. Okay, and then I see another suicide ladder. Okay, so I go up it, and then I'm into a room, and it's a circular, weird room. And then there's another suicide ladder. The suicide ladder didn't just continue all levels straight up. You'd go up and get into the room, and then you'd walk across the room, and then the suicide ladder is on the other side. Then you go up that one into another room, and then you go to the other side of the room again to get up the next suicide ladder. Over and over and over again. I think it was like 3 times or something. And then there's these gems hiding right here. Yep. Wow, I think they still got some old stuff up there. So there is a Trane, American Standard, whatever, condenser unit, probably from the 90s. And there is the remote fan coil up there for the ice machine. And you see the pop hatch right there at the top. And that's it. And it's in this big tit looking thing up here. So needless to say, when you're just on the roof here working, looking around, there's no way to get up there from the rooftop. It goes up a ways, and then it's glass. It's like, huh. So, good to see that there's a lot of new equipment. Our battery's getting down there, so this ain't going to be a long clip for here. But, I mean, this is an easy rooftop to take a look at, and everything's just right there. I'd say it looks like 80% of the equipment is probably, less than 10 years old. It looks like about 25% of it is probably less than 5 years old. Some of those look like they're brand stinking new. So this rooftop is in excellent condition, especially for Scottsdale. Scottsdale, let me tell you about Scottsdale. Scottsdale is the place where it's all about what it looks like to the customer and eye candy, and they don't give a shit about mechanical stuff. They don't give a shit about safety. They don't give a shit about access or service. And there's my little notification. So, you go on what you think is the fanciest place in Scottsdale, and it's just total ghetto. Anyway, with that, guys, we're done with this rooftop. Real quick. That's it. Place is looking great. I had no idea it was going to be this nice. All right, we'll see you guys at the next place. All right, I thought we would go over here to Glenfair Lanes, which is only a couple miles from my home in Glendale. This also had old GE style Trane units on it. In that same time when I used to work on the old United Artists Theater, back 2006, 7, and 8, somewhere around there. So I imagine they've probably had to have replaced the units by now, but who knows? Maybe there'll be a couple old ones still up here. Just like we've just found, 4 of the old GE style trains over at the old UA. So, never know. This place, they used to let this place get kind of run down a couple times to where all it would have is a couple units running, like one compressor out of, be running, the other compressor would be dead. See what they got. Hopefully they didn't put fucking bunch of Goodmans or something here. Holy shit, I see a bunch of green something there. Oh, don't say they did that. Could be freaking reams or something. Can't tell yet. But there is something pretty old right here. I gotta be careful where I'm going. Yeah. Something's leaking on the roof right there. That's nasty. So they got one old unit right here, it looks like. I don't know if that's still that's a Trane or not. It's got concrete bricks on it. Could be from somebody, from the old Dish Network or something. Ooh, got that real quick. That is an old sucker right there. I don't think that's a Trane though. What was it? They had a hodgepodge mess right here. Oh, I'm not zooming. So no, I think that is an old Trane. It's just not a V coil like that one we were looking at. This might actually be a GE. Oh wait, we might be able to see right here, hopefully. Let's see, Trane. I think it says Trane and General Electric, doesn't it? I don't know, it just says like some other heat pump. I'll double check when we're looking on the big screen. I think it might be saying Weathertron heat pump. But I think those also had those. I don't think that's quite the. Might not be quite as old as those. Oh, what do we have here? Just don't want to land right on top of one of these turds, but it looks like they got a bunch of turds here. No, no, you were better off. You were better off. Yeah, piece of fucking shit, Goodmans. Oh no, that's that blower compartment where the blowers fall apart. And you know what? I know a lot of you, love Goodman because you're selling them to residential, and you like to have this. You even have yourself believing that there's no difference and it's just the same as any top tier, and it's not. But hey, I'm coming from mostly the commercial world, and these are fucking turds. Almost every Goodman I've seen in the commercial realm is a turd. And these units, you know, they suck. Belt drive, showed you in videos already. Just go back, look at the no holds barred videos and stuff like that. The belt drive system was so crappy. It was pathetic. Just flopping apart. Wow, it looks like they put a whole row of those piece of shits up here. You know, they went with the low bid. That's what this is. Just, you know, if someone wants cheap, you know, that's Goodman's place. There's no arguing that. You guys could pretend that that's not what people are doing with it, but that's what they're doing. And then, you know, people that, you know, want to make a higher, you know, markup, you know, they're going to go to Goodman distributors who sell to everybody, by the way. You could be anybody almost and just walk in and buy that stuff, you know, and then and sell it. So, yeah, this used to be a bunch of old, like, Trane units mostly and stuff, but, I mean, they were from, like, the 80s. Early 90s maybe at the newest, and they were of course tough as nails. Can't be up here too long. Oh yeah, here's that other section of roof. So far I haven't seen any. We only got one old unit so far. Okay, too bad they put a bunch of turds up here. And this roof, you know, being round and everything kind of sucked. Oh wait, what do we have right here? Just a vent? What am I looking at? I know they had a couple units over here. Down on this other roof.
Did you ever go on that roof?
Oh yeah, that's why I know it's up there.
Was it good or bad?
Well, it was old units, but it was like, you know, old durable units. It's just that this place used to, you know, not do anything for maintenance really much, and they probably said they're, you know, set their mechanics up here to change belts and everything back when they had all those units. But anyway, yeah, only one old unit for sure. It's up there, and they used a bunch of Goodman turds, man. All right, well, before this goes on low battery here, there's something, little gem I just saw over here. I think it's residential maybe, but it's HVAC related. I couldn't help but to notice it when I drove by. And I noticed it this time. I'm surprised I never noticed before, but this guy has like a whole bunch of HVAC stuff in his backyard. Pretty sure this is just a residential place. I don't think it's a storefront. But, you know, it's on 59th Avenue. Looks like a regular house there, except for, I think he's doing business here. He's got an old unit, you know, like he took off sitting in the front yard. A couple more units probably scrapping. And then the guy's got like a bunch of stock back here. Maybe stocking up because of the shortage, because of the convid. You know, that's no joke, guys, because stuff is just disappearing. VFDs, TXVs, all sorts of parts are already pushed out to 2021. And people are having to use like different parts, you know, and adapt it to fix units that are even in warranty. Oh, these birds, they like to fly around my freaking drone sometimes. But yeah, this guy's got a bunch of shit in his backyard. My wife thinks I have some stuff, you know, that I take home. Dude.
You have a lot.
Yeah, but that's old stuff. So maybe this guy saves a lot and then scraps them. I don't know. There's no reason to save that much. Is that a Voyager or something right there? Sure, it looks like it, but
that's what's going to happen to you if you keep on bringing more.
No, daughter. I actually do get rid of stuff, though. I bring stuff home occasionally. Occasionally, I also get rid of stuff. So, all the stuff I just brought home, that's good shit. This is junk. COVID cough. Oh, man. So, and there's a low battery. That was coming. So, anyway, thought I'd finish up with that. What do you have to say to everybody?
Make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. That's right. Do not slack. Get her done. We will catch you guys later.